You can start it. You can start now, please. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Inshallah, this is our second lesson for learning Quranic Arabic, and today, inshallah, we are going to focus mainly on two things. We will discuss about SM, and also we will discuss about harf or words which is used. So um, we will begin with first of all with the attendance. So let's see who is available right now and who is attending. So let's have a quick, a very quick uh, introduction. So who is right now in the class? Let's see. So I have right now here. I cannot see here how many people are here. I have Irfan Bhai, Assalamu alaikum. Can people reply, please? Irfan Bhai, Assalamu alaikum.
इरफान भाई थोड़ा सा चाय पीने निकल गए.
ठीक है. मुजम्मिल भाई, Assalamu alaikum.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम जी व रहमतुल्लाह.
I have E Sheikh, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Ji, Assalamu alaikum. Then I have Atiq Bhai, Assalamu alaikum.
Rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jamil Bhai, Assalamu alaikum.
जी वालेकुम अस्सलाम रहमतुल्लाह.
Major Saab, Assalamu alaikum. Munsif Saab.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू.
I have a Bilal Bhai, Assalamu alaikum. Bilal Bhai available?
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Is anybody else there also beside that? If there is anybody else, please introduce. Okay, so I will continue now, inshallah. Can you see the screen? I'm able to share the screen. Can you see that?
जी देख रहे हैं.
Okay, ji. So now, first of all, because we are starting the way it is that we are learning this Arabic grammar together with the Quran. So the time we are learning the grammar, we will be also concentrating on the Quranic ayat, inshallah. So let's see, and first we read that just by reading Surah Fatiha, what is our understanding. So I will read it now. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Ameen. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is a famous Surah Fatiha. Our prayers doesn't complete without Surah Fatiha. So we started with the Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. If we look at this only Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, so we are looking here three different names. Quickly, can anybody please let me know what are the names in Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim?
So you have Allah.
Yes.
You have Ar-Rahman. And
Yes. Jazakumullah khair. And so we have here three names, right? Very clear. And we starting with B. B. What is B? Is basically is a harf. And the meaning of this ba itself is with. So what happened is that when we are using this ba in one sentence, it has no meaning. It has no understanding without the further what we would like to say. So for example, here we say Bismillah Rahman ar-Rahim. So what we are doing, in the name of Allah, in the name, ba or ism. They are the combination of two different words, bism. So ism itself is a ism. We are starting with the Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So basically, we are starting with the name of Allah, okay, the compassionate and the merciful. What is compassionate is the meaning of what? Is Rahim, and merciful is Rahman. So now we understand here, if we go only by meaning, that this ayah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala of Quran, and we read it with the beginning of every surah, but actually it is the part of one of the surah also where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us the information about Sayyidina Sulaiman alayhi salam. When the letter comes to the when the letter he sent to the queen of Saba, so he writes, start with Bismillah Rahman Rahim. So we learn it that this is where we get this Bismillah, and we start every work with Bismillah. So now here we understand that in this sentence we have Bismillah Rahman Rahim, one harf, which is called a word, which has alone no meaning, and then we have different names. So now, before I go to ism, detail of ism, I would like to tell you a very important information, which if you remember this, the understanding of Quran is going to be very easy, because no matter what word, though it has no, can I just take a one call, please? About searching. जी शरा अस्सलाम वालेकुम। भेज दिया? ठीक है। ठीक है। हाँ मैं भेज, मैं पूछ के तुमको बताता हूँ इंशाल्लाह, ठीक है? अभी भेजता हूँ इन्फॉर्मेशन। हाँ मैं करा दूँ इंशाल्लाह। ओके। हाँ नो प्रॉब्लम, आई अंडरस्टैंड, नो प्रॉब्लम, मैं भेज दूँगा। ओके, ठीक। ओके। दोस्त है, उनके वालिद का इंतकाल हो गया, तो वो सिलसिले में बात कर रहे हैं जी। So now what happened is that even though that those words has no understanding just by their own self, but none of the ayah and the meaning of the ayah can be understood if we don't know that. And if we know that, it will be very easy to understand the ayah. So I will recommend all of you, please, I will request you, and I will share all those words with you also, that please try to memorize. In fact, those words in quantity in Arabic grammar are 59. And those are very famous. And most of them we already know. Most of them we already know. We are using it in our salat. We are using in durood. We are using in the surah, which we are reciting every day. Sometimes in our Urdu language, we use it, but we don't know that we are using it. So I will request all of you, kindly, please, next class, when you will come, inshallah, next Sunday, there will be a test of everybody. And we have to remember these words called huruf by heart and its meaning. Okay. Now, next thing is that when I say these are very important, so why these are very important? I have a list here. that where in Quran these words are being used. So what happened that if there is a sentence which is a questionary sentence, we use that word. If we are talking about for the future, is there in the sentence which is telling us about future? How do we know that this sentence is a future sentence and telling us about future? Something is going to be happen, or something is going to be happen, or past. Somebody is telling that this what it happened in future. Then the next one is continuation. That if there are two sentences, and if you would like to join those, what word should you use in Quranic ayah to make those sentences to join together? Then we have a huruf of negativity, which is if something is starting a sentence is starting with some kind of negation. So what word Quran is using? If some sort of instruction is being given, what kind of word is being used? If the sentence is affirmative, somebody is affirming something and like it's agree with you by how this sentence has been, you can understand that this kind of sentence. Conditional, if there is a sentence, that what kind of word we use in Quranic ayah, that when if there is any condition. Exceptional word, that that word shows what kind of exception if you do, so that will happen. And there is another called takidi. Takidi means like emphasize and pressurize on that how you will know that one. So for example, before we going to Arabic grammar, let's see what we have in our mind. When I say question word, so please tell me, what do we need? You can tell me in English or you can tell me in Urdu, it doesn't matter. I will accept both of them, whatever convenient for you. If I am saying any sentence which has a question, how do we start? Can somebody please tell me?
What W wale words हैं जी? Why, when, where?
Right. How about in Urdu also?
कौन से शुरू होते हैं? कौन, क्या, कब, कैसे, किस तरह?
Exactly. Okay. If the sentence is basically the sentence, if we are talking about for the future, what do we say?
Future, it is فعل مضارع.
No. I'm not talking about failure. I'm just talking about. I'm not talking about failure. I'm just asking a sentence. How do we say any sentence for the future?
Yeah, so you can use is, are, do,
If,
yeah, if, or are you going to?
and also most of the time we use inshallah, right? Inshallah, if you do that, inshallah, this will happen, something like that, right? Future. So in Arabic, there is a special letter or a special word we use it, which define that this is a future. This sentence is for future. Conditional. If I say continuation. So can you give me an example of any two sentences which how can we continue those?
In English or Urdu?
Anything, English.
English.
The Arabic class is happening and will continue. Happen for 3 months, right?
And or I guess
And
You can also
Yeah.
use if, right? If you do this, you will get such and such. If
You will, exactly. Me and you will, me and you. I and, right? And we use it and. If I am gonna do that, and if you will come back. So this kind of thing. Now, negativity. How do we recognize normally huruf of the sentence of negativity? Just there we have a negation. No, I will not do that. Correct? No, I will not do. Exactly.
Cannot, do not,
Do not.
will
Please.
not.
Do not do that. Don't do it.
Stop it.
Never do it. Right?
Or stop it. I think stop is the word. Like stop.
Exactly. Okay. Instructions word. Instruction. Where we are doing an instruction. Do it. Okay. Take it. Eat it. Correct? Then affirmative words. Yes, I will do it. Yes. Yes. Yes, I will do that. Oh yeah, you are right. And then we say exceptional word. Exception means that you are putting some sort of condition. Yes, if you will do that, then I will do it. And I will go there except if you don't bring him there. So these kind of things which we already know. And we are very much familiar about those. So in Arabic, in every ayah in Quran, inshallah, you will see that we will find that every sentences, most of the sentences, because sentence is having those kind of words, and that can be even a single letter. It could be made of 2 letters. It could be made of 3 letters. But these are the most important things which need to memorize by us. Now, for example, if there is a, here I have given you 8 most used huruf. Please remember this term. Next time I will not use say a word. I will say huruf, harf and huruf. Harf is a single and huruf is the plural for harf. Okay. Now we say an, li, ila, min, bi, fi, ka. Okay. Can anybody give me the meaning of an? Yes, please. An.
It's on.
An means from. We say anna Rasulullah, from say. An. Then we have li. Li means li. जैसे अभी हमने पढ़ा कि li ila fi Quraishin. Li we use it li for. Li ila. Min also we say. Ila when we are talking about the direction. Bi, it means start with, together. Fi, in. Ala, on. Ka has 2 meanings. जैसे Rabbuka, ka, ठीक, right? Ilaika. So this is how. So inshallah, I'm going to send you all these 59 letters. It's English and it's Urdu meaning. And for the next class, when inshallah you all
Sorry,
will
I have
come.
a question here.
Yeah, go ahead.
You said the li means from?
Li means basically li ilafe. Li ilafe, or we can say, just 1 second, please. Shiraz, Shiraz. भेज दिया ठीक है मैंने उनको फॉरवर्ड कर दिया आपने उसको जैसे आंसर आता है भेज दो इंशाल्लाह तुमको 2 मिनट लगेंगे। हाँ बात हो गई मेरी, ठीक है, बस वो बना रहे, नो प्रॉब्लम, वो भेजता है मुझे, ठीक है, एक 5 मिनट दो। ओके सर, एक मुझे माजरत के साथ, ये एक्चुअली हमारे एक दोस्त हैं, उनके वालिद का सुबह इंतकाल हो गया और वो ठीक है, तो जरा उनके लिए कुछ
दुआ करा दें उनके लिए
जी इंशाल्लाह
आखिर में। तो ये कहाँ पे फौत हुई, यहाँ कनाडा में या उधर?
नहीं, पाकिस्तान में।
पाकिस्तान में।
वो जरा क्वेश्चन है उनका, तो मैं उधर कर दूं।
ठीक है। हाँ
जी क्या क्वेश्चन था आपका, सॉरी? हेलो
जी मेरा
जी भाई।
क्वेश्चन था कि ली जो है, the reason I'm asking this question is because in some of the ayats ली is, I don't know what meaning you mentioned, but la sometimes is used for no or
या
nahi.
ली एक्चुअली, अगर इसको मैं if I say अलबत्ता, ली इलाफ कुरैशिन, और we say लिल्लाही, so it has two three different meaning. For li also the meaning of is lillahi, for Allah, for the sake of Allah. So there are different, one word, sometimes one word has different meaning. So now if you look at here, we start here bazer b, which is, you can see here bazer b, this bazer b, and if you look at the application of this bazer b, so we say bismi rabbikal azim, then we say allamal bil qalami, है ना? Then इसी तरीके से we can say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So this is how this works. Look at the importance of these 59 words, huruf, that none of the sentence, I will say most of the sentence, really you cannot understand until you those have. And the thing is that those huruf, for there, they do not define anything unless you have a ism or fail together with that. So why I am emphasizing right now, because regardless we are further studying ism or fail in future, these words are going to be, these huruf are going to be used all the time. So if we have a good concept of these harf or huruf, then it will be very easy for us to understand what is basically this sentence is about. I already explained you that these huruf are being used in 10 kinds of sentences, which I have mentioned you here. I already mentioned you here. So the thing is that in Arabic, how we are going to recognize that what kind of, where we are going to use it. Say, for example, if I give you sayaqulu sufaha'u, sayaqulu sufaha'u. Tell me one thing. We just talk about that here. Okay, I haven't discussed with you, but what I'm saying is, when we use seen, sofa, or lan, So we are talking about basically that this sentence, if starting with these kind of harf or huruf, then it must be a future sentence. Somebody is talking about future or is happening in future. So whenever something is started with a letter seen, word sofa, or word lan. Likewise, if I say that there is a sentence or ayah starting with letter ma, la, lam, lamma. So it means that this sentence is basically giving some kind of information of negativity. And if we are talking about some sort of condition, when there is a condition, so we will say that in before that sentences, we have in, law, yes, so law kana, law antum, law innana, in kana. So what I'm saying, trying to say here, that these kinds of word letter, if we know the exact meaning of those, and when we see those before the sentence or sometimes in between the sentence and ayah, we will know that what are they doing there and what is the purpose of those letters. Because purpose of those letters are just to make an understanding of that particular sentence. We will, inshallah, when we will be constructing these sentences in future, either it will be the noun sentence or the verb sentence, we will be knowing in more detail. But I would like you, please, I'm going to send you the list of those. I want you to please remember it by heart. So next class, when I say, okay, what is the meaning of bala? So you will tell me that bala means yes, and it is affirming something. I say, what is naam? So you will say naam means yes, it is affirming something. When I say ala, so you will say it means it's some kind of instructionally tambi, and it's kind of is giving you some kind of tambi. What do you call it in English?
Warning.
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 Exactly, warning. So it's giving you some kind of warning. Amma,
No,
ha. Same thing like if I say that if there is an exceptional word, illa, so you know, accept that. So you have understanding of those. So inshallah, I'm going to send you all of uh, those harf and huruf, and I expect that next class when inshallah you will come, please try to understand and try to learn it. And also, mashallah, I'm sure that you all will be reading Quran on the daily basis, which is also must for us all Muslim, that at least we should read at least one ruku per day of Quran. And when you're reading, just please identify yourself that what are the harf are there. Okay, we go.
Mustafa, one suggestion quick.
Yes, please.
Is it possible that rather than sharing all 60 together, 59,
Gigi.
can we do like, 8 or 10 at a time? So at least we focus on those, try to memorize, and then because we do have number of sessions coming, inshallah. So,
एक second, please. Huh?
जी, sir.
Hello. Hello. Ji. Sorry. So 1 second, let me get the battery. हाँ शिराज, हाँ वो उन्होंने बना दिए, एक 5 मिनट में मुझे वो भेज रहे, मैं तुमको फॉरवर्ड कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है? हाँ उनका नंबर मुझे दे देना डायरेक्टली। अच्छा मैं देता हूँ। हाँ क्योंकि वो जो वापसी की डेट उनको मिल गई है क्या? हाँ 30th की मिली है, 30 तारीख। आज क्या डेट है? आज तो जाने की है, लेकिन 30th की है वापस। मैं तुमको उनका नंबर दे रहा हूँ, तुमसे डायरेक्ट बात कर लो, ठीक है? 30th की नहीं चाहिए ना, तुम मुझसे बात कर लो। चलिए एक अर्जेंट मसला आ गया, तो जरा कि ये भी जिंदगी के साथ लगा हुआ है। मैं एक सेकेंड बस भेज के इनको चलिए चला गया, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। जी क्या क्वेश्चन था इरफान भाई? सॉरी आपकी बात, इरफान भाई।
जी नहीं क्वेश्चन नहीं, एक सजेशन थी कि rather than sharing all 60 and we try to memorize, can we do 8 or 10 at a time, so at least we know that these are the ones that are shared, और फिर हम उसकी practice कर लें and then we add more to that, because 60 in a week is going to be definitely not possible for anyone to remember.
ठीक है, लेकिन फिर
Because these words are not simple, right? They look simple, but I'm sure those who have already tried, they all need real practice, right? You can't just or if somebody is good in rata, that's a different story. Otherwise it takes
नहीं
time.
अंडरस्टैंडिंग ठीक है। फिर अगर 8 होंगी तो उसके लिए फिर जरूरी है कि उसके साथ मुझे एक कॉरेस्पॉन्डिंग उसकी आयत भी चाहिए होगी कुरान से।
Ji, I think that's better. So at least we have something to do an exercise. So that way we at least do some homework in a week, so that by next week we at least have few
ये
examples.
इंडिया में बैठे हुए।
चलें, जज़ाकल्लाह।
ठीक 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 है ठीक है ठीक है।
Irfan, quick question.
चलो ओके ओके ओके।
Yeah. I understand that you give us eight words, but I would also appreciate if you can send all of them. But we can focus on 8. Some people might have more time to memorize it.
ठीक है, मैं भेज दूंगा सारे, लेकिन लेट्स मेक इट सारे मेमोराइज कर लें, अच्छी बात है। तो उसके अंदर ये होगा कि जो 8 शुरू के 8 ले लें, कोई बीच के 8, जैसा जैसा मर्जी आप करना चाहे कर दें। इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ ये है कि ये चीज़ें रिमेम्बर होनी चाहिए, मेमोराइज। और उसके साथ कुरान की आपको आयात जो है ना, वो भी आपको वो करनी होगी। तो आइडेंटिफाई होगी कुरान खोल के, और उसके अंदर आपने उन लेट उन इन हर्फ को निकाल के आपने ये निकालना है। अभी आपने सिर्फ इसी चीज के ऊपर कंसंट्रेट करना है कि ये लेटर कहाँ कहाँ जो है ये हर्फ इस्तेमाल हो रहे हैं, ठीक है ना? बाकी मैं एक्सपेक्ट करूंगा कि कम से कम 8 जो है वो तो कम से कम याद हो सबको।
अच्छा सॉरी, मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि हमें जो हर्फ है वो मिलेगा और हमने आयत खुद ही उससे रिलेटेड जो है फाइंड करनी होगी।
Exactly, you have to find it. You have to find it yourself. You have to open the Quran, read the Quran, and then you have to bring it out that okay, what is, for example, let's look at here, for example. Now, Bilal bhai, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin iyyaka na'budu wa. You see here you wa?
Yeah.
Right? We just talk about wa, right? So we know that this wa is what? What is basically is called harf-e-ataf or joining. Like it is joining two sentences if we look at here. This wa, it's called harf-e-ataf. Right? اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم علي على عين لام ya, right? We just see alay, right? So that is also giving me some kind of alay is giving me a alay. Then to whom is joining? It is joining with something and it is giving a meaning. غير المغضوب عليهم ولا ضالين. Right? We got here wa, la, and ضالين. So there you can pick it up from here also. So if you start reading it and see where you can find those letters, harf, and how these are being used in this sentence. It could be in the la can be in the beginning. For example, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. La ikraha fi ad-din qad tabayyana ar-rushd min al. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Min. Inna Allah wa malaikatihi wa rusulihi. Inna Allah. So when you will read Quran, you will find these 59 letters. Too many. If you really get understanding, you will get a very good understanding of Quran, inshallah.
Inshallah.
So this is what I would like to, inshallah, I'm going to send. I'll be sending on Skype, inshallah, on the same all these details of these huruf, the letter itself, and then you have to work on this. So this will be your homework for next time, for next class, which is very important. And please, I expect all of brothers and sisters who are attending that must pay attention of those. Now, for example, here, see some example. We say fa. Fa is also what? Fa is a letter which is giving a sense of joining. Fala uqsimu bil khunnasi. Fa pas la nahi uqsimu bil ba means bil khunnasi. Ba means here is key. So you look at here, in here I have even mentioned the Quranic ayat, and I mentioned with the color here also. Bi aidi safara. Bi. Min ayyi shay'in. Min. فلينظر الإنسان إلى طعامه والليل وإذا عسعس والصبح إذا jab, when tanaffus. Iza means we're talking about something, it will happen. So you see these 59 huruf, harf, if you really understand very well, meaning which is not very difficult, just 10 minutes per day, if you do it, you will remember all of those. And then it will be very easy, become very easy to understand the Quran. So for example, why I'm telling it to you right now here. Look at Surah Fatiha. Hamd, I know what is Hamd. Allah, I know Hamd. Allah, Rab, I know Rab. I know Alameen. I know Ar-Rahman. You also know what is Rahim. Malik, you know. Yom, you also know. Deen, also you are familiar with that. Right? Abad, you know that. Ihdina, Hidayat, you know that. Sirat, you know that. Mustaqim. But what is confusing you? Where this al is coming from? How this li is coming with Allah? Li, what is doing it? Why Ar-Rahman has a alif, lam, and then noon as a kasra? Maliki Yawmiddin. Why meme is going to join with dal? Why alif lam is not being read? So this is the thing. Otherwise, if you really look at when you read it, because we understand Urdu, mashallah, most of this, it is we know what is we are reading. The only thing why we don't understand Arabic and we have little bit because we don't know the rules. And that is the purpose of this course, that inshallah by end of this course, inshallah, you will be able to read correctly, you will be able to pronounce correctly, and you will be able to make sentence and understand correctly. And this is what we need. This is what we want to achieve, right? So go to the next slide. Now we talk about okay, alamat al-ism. We are talking about alamat al-ism. Yani, what is the okay. Now, question is that if I'm going to start now, we understand. So how about your understanding now for the huruf? It's my question to all of you. How is your understanding now about huruf? Everybody has to give at least one word for my answer. Who is attending? Please start. Open the mic and let me know. Understanding of huruf, the one which we have just discussed. Yes, sir.
So huruf are basically one or few letters that helps to identify the state of the ism or harf that's coming.
Ayah. The understanding of ayah. Right?
I thought was ism or harf because ayah is long, right?
Yeah. No, ayah, basically any ayat or any sentence, nothing but ism, fail and harf. Nothing else.
Yeah, got it. ठीक है.
Right?
जी.
Yes, please. Anybody else? Understanding of harf is very important. Quickly. Okay. So now we go to how do we recognize ism in Quran, in ayat. Always remember that whenever you see any word in any ayah starting with alif lam or ending with tanween. Tanween means two dhammas, two kasra, and two what is the third one? Kasra, dhamma. Kasra we call it zair. Dhamma we call pesh.
Fatha.
And we call fatha. Two fatha is tanween. These are called tanween. So let's go back to our Quran because that's our main purpose. Now tell me one thing. What is Alhamdulillah as a categorize? Alhamdu. Based on the definition, I just give it to you. Yes, sir. Anybody? I say that identifies any word start with AL or do not start with AL but end with the tanween will definitely be ism. So when I'm starting Alhamdulillah, so what is Alhamdu? How do I categorize it? Is it ism? Is it fail or is it harf? Quickly, quickly.
Alhamdu. It is a word which is for denoting tarif or
You don't. No. I'm not going in that. My question is very simple. I'm trying to recognize the word. I am just asking, and I give a definition here. How do I identify ism? Any word start with al or do not start with al, but end with tanweem will definitely be ism. Now, what I'm asking is very simple question. Alhamdu. Alhamdu is ism categories. How do you categorize it? Ism, fail, or harf?
Ism ji, because starting with al.
Exactly. Simple answer. How about Ar-Rahman? Anybody else?
ism.
Okay, somebody else. Ar-Rahim.
Ism.
Sirat. As-Sirat. Somebody else.
Ji, ism.
Al-Mustaqim. We have
Same.
other people also. Please open the mic, please. Everybody has to participate, please. Don't be shy. Al-Ladina.
في إشارة.
Al-Lazina. Is it ism?
حروف إشارة.
Yeah, no. We are just only talking about right now ism, fail, or
Okay.
cat. Yeah. Al-Maghdubi. Al-Maghdubi. What is this? Maghdub. Al-Maghdub. Is it ism, fail, or harf? Quickly.
fail.
Alif Lam. Starting with Alif Lam.
Oh, okay. اسم.
Al-Maghdum, it is ism.
Ad-Dwalin.
اسم.
Okay. So, Alhamdulillah. Okay, now down. Alif Lam Mim. Zalikal Kitabu. Al-Kitabu. Is it ism or fail?
Ism.
اسم.
La. What is la?
حروف. حرف.
Harf.
حرف.
Fi.
Harf.
Harf. Wa.
حرف.
Harf.
Okay. So, Alhamdulillah, today at least we know that until now we reach it here that we can identify not 100% with but at least we came to the understanding that in Quran when we are reading any ayat, what is ism and what is harf. Now we have reached to that level. Okay. I'm not going to go to more details in fail or verb because that's a completely different subject and it needs lots and lots of different information. But just for your understanding, fail is basically if there is a work itself is a name. It's a name, fail. Like for example, if somebody is engineer, if it's engineering is a name. Engineer is the name. But if he's doing engineering work or something, then it becomes fail. So here, fail is defined as that if that fail, like the work that it is having is a specific time in order to complete that work. It's called fail. A specific time, number one, and also something happening. That is called, like he is driving a car. Driving a car. He drove a car. He will drive a car. So you see, in these three sentences, something is happening. Either happened, happening, or will happen. So that is we call verb. And inshallah, these things we will in future, we will inshallah try to understand in more detail once the time will come. But next many classes we will be focusing on ism. So we go to the next slide and we say what is ism. This is the definition of that. Noun is a word that names a person, place, or thing, as in Khalid, museum, or book. It can be defined and identified or definite. It can be indefinite, definite, singular, plural, masculine, feminine. It can carry any three harkat vowels in sentence, in function as subject or an subject. Now, this is the detail which we are going to be inshallah understand in future lessons. But a basic understanding of ism, that anything which you can see, which you can name, which you can feel, or which is being informed in from the heaven, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but you haven't seen it, it's called a noun. And everything, I would say that anything which you have given some sort of name, it comes in a category of noun or ism. It can be anything. It can be a bottle, it can be a pen, it can be a computer, it can be Syed, it can be a cow, it can be whatever, stars, moon, whatever. Huge vocabulary and huge number, undefined. Anything when your eyes, you are seeing it from that, those are noun. Your nose, your mouth, your ear, anything you can see all around you, door, wall, you can feel it. For example, hot, cold, pain, these all are noun. So it has a very big definition. Right? So I hope you understand. As far as the other things are concerned, inshallah, we will be definitely will be going and doing it in next classes. I have here some further detail. As I talk to you, that ism or noun, those words which can define anything of anything. It could be its condition. It could be its what I would say character. It could be a name of city, name like Allah, Muhammadun, Makkatun, Ghafurun, Rasulun, Babun. Bab means door. Ghurfa means room. Shamsun. Tiflun means child. Maun, water. Najmun means star. Sadikun it's a character. Salihun is a character, also name also. Fasiqun is a character. Kokubun. But as I told you that the noun is always defined here. Either it will be starting with alif lam and ending with one of this, either dhamma, kasra, or or fatha, or I will say zayd, zabar, or pesh. Either it will be defined as this in Quran or like this. There is no alif lam, but there is tanween. It could be two dhamma, two kasra, or two fatha. So today's lecture, I will stop it here, inshallah. I hope you will understand the basic of lafz and huruf, which you are going to, inshallah, remember for next class. And also, we are talking about the ism and how to recognize the ism. So next time, inshallah, I'm going to bring you more examples of how to recognize ism, inshallah. So you will yourself will be recognizing. And I also am going to share you the list of nouns also in Arabic. And I also expect you to please try to just 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's easy, not very difficult. Just try to memorize that. So this is how your vocabulary will increase also, inshallah. And as I defined it here in this slide, this one, it can be identified as singular, plural, or masculine. So inshallah, we are gonna be starting, inshallah, and we will go in further definition of ism, its definiteness, gender, case handling, and numbers. So these things will be, inshallah, we will be discussing in more details that how the noun or ism can be further demonstrated into Quran, and how do we recognize in Quran that what is this and how it is classified. So أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله. Inshallah, I hope that lecture I have tried to deliver. Um, you have grasped something, inshallah. If there is any question, feel free to ask in the next 5 minutes, and then we'll close it. Please go ahead. It's an open session. Any question? Please go ahead.